Welcome back to the Thinker, everyone. We're in the snug, it's nearly finished. Sharon's been beavering away on the floor, that's coming along nicely. Coming up to halfway, all the stonework is done in the fireplace here. I've rendered up the bottom and plastered up the bottom there, ready for lime washing. We're going to do this, wash the back of this in a kind of, well, we're hoping for like a charcoal grey, not a black but not a light grey, but something charcoal-y, we think. We've got the pigment, so today I'm going to see if I can get a nice colour mixed and see how it sits, do a little sample patch on the wall. So let's crack on. So the first thing I want to do with this is give it a wipe down with a wet rag. I've already scraped it, I've wire brushed it just to get any. I'm sure there are lots of black bits on it. Well, we'll have a go. Not too bad. This used to be an open fireplace many years ago. And it's just the soot that's left. So, we get this done. I might need a few water changes. There's still some loose bits. But not for long. So what have we got? I've got, this is a plum lime wash that we pigmented a while ago. It pretty much keeps forever as long as it's wet in a container. What I'm going to do, I'm going to mix up this pretty much full of the black. I've got a 500 gram bag here that's actually got a hole in it. It ripped when I took the tape off, it was taped. So I reckon, judging by how much we put in that to get that colour, I'm going to put the full bag in a full pot of that. So I'm going to mix up the lime wash first, nearly to the top, because I want to allow space for that to go in. I'm not even sure if that will increase the volume or not, whether it goes into the particles, but we'll find out in a bit. So first job, mix up a tub of lime wash. These are our lime putty bats. And some messy things as well. I'm gonna mix the lime wash to the desired consistency first, and then add the pigment when I'm happy with it. That's quite a nice sort of a thick cream consistency. Can always add water to make it thinner at a later date. But right, let's get this pigment in. I'm going to wear gloves for this because it does go a long way. It's not very pleasant stuff, pigment. And I've got a hole in the bag, as I said, so I'll start with that. Stir it in manually first. Being said to see if it actually thickens my liquid. I suspect it might. Oh Alfie, no, you don't want to be here. It has actually quite a lot. So I'm going to add a bit more water and keep going until I get something which I think might be somewhere near. That is a pretty good colour, I reckon. I'm going to try it. I think I'm just going to start off with a dedicated patch in the middle, just to see what it does. Okay, we're off. I'm also going to keep this brush afterwards just for this black, because when we did the plum we used the brush, the normal brush, and then when we used it back on the white, the pigment was still coming out of it like ages after, even no matter how much you wash it. So we're going to dedicate this brush. That's going on quite nicely actually. Put all over the floor, which is why I wanted to do this before I did the floor. There we go, I decided to go mad, I've done the whole lot. Fantastic. The only thing I wasn't sure about was how to finish it on the stones at the side, but I think that looks alright. Once the stove's back in, you're not going to really see that anyway. Might need a little tiny brush to just do some work on these edges, where Sharon's just out at the minute. When she comes back we'll confer, but now we'll see how that dries. I'm particularly impressed with my repair at the bottom. You can't even tell. So yeah, my plastering, my rendering, my lime plastering is definitely getting better. This is actually going back to quite a nice charcoal colour already. The next thing I want to look at obviously now is the hearth. I've got just about got enough of these pieces of marble to go down. I'm just going to have a work out how they're going to go. I think there's going to be one in the centre there. Obviously they're going to be packed up to the same height as these. One at each side, which I'm going to have to cut, but to keep it even, it's the only way I'm going to do it. So yeah, I think that's the next thing to do. I might actually just get this one down first, and then that can be going off. I'm actually going to bed them down on lime rather than just lay them on sand. Yeah, I think let's get this one in. Right, so the first one's going down. I need to make sure it's positioned exactly in the middle and level that way and that way. So I'm just going to take my time with it. Get it perfect. There it is, it's down. It's going to pack up right under the edges, make sure they're fully supported, under the corners more importantly. We're off on the hearth. So we're hard at it this morning, well Sharon is.
I was going to say,
I'm going to sit down. So we've had a little bit of rain this morning, not much but a little bit, and I need to get the grinder out to cut the tiles to either side of that one. I'm kind of just waiting a bit, it is brightening up, but first I think I want to get two full ones down in that log store there, two full tiles that don't need cutting. Sharon's just finishing this bit off and then it's going to move down here, so we're not under each other's feet. The back of the chimney, it's a little bit uneven, but we've had a discussion and we're going to leave it, because if it was too perfect it wouldn't look right. It wouldn't look like a 150-year-old chimney. So we're very happy with that. It's got the nice charcoal colour that we wanted, which contrasts nicely with the plum colour. So come on, chop, I want to get in that corner. See that look? Looks good kill.
oh dear, how dare you.
The next thing on my list, get these two in here. As you can probably gather, it's not square, so I'm just going to try and get a position for them. This isn't going to be easy work getting a little cupboard like this to see how they look. Actually, I think that won't be too bad. We're just going to fill in around the edges. There's going to be a gap outside, but with probably stones, just to blend them into the walls. I'm not cutting them to the shape of these walls. Fit alright actually. Right, that's decided then. Right, I'll get a mix done and get them stuck in. It really isn't the easiest place to lay tiles. Oh dear. Right.
While Andy's doing that, I'm on to the technical bit now. Slopes and angles and different size joints doesn't make it easy. I'll crack on.
Well, it's raining again. I've got these two tiles in here. I've got a bucket of stones. I'm not going to get these cut today. I'm giving up now. So I'm going to get these little stones, those little flat ones. I'm going to strategically place them around the sides of these tiles to match it up to the walls. And at least that should be this corner, with it apart from maybe pointing, finished. So let's get it done. Get them to fit in the best place. It's not easy working in the cupboard, you know. We'll start there. In fact, I'm going to start by packing up under the edges of these tiles. Especially under the corners, they're the most vulnerable point. Not that it's going to get much traffic or action, just a few logs. So there we go, that's pretty much finished. There's just a little bit of pointing needs doing where it meets the bricks, but I ran out of stuff. At least Sharon doesn't have to crawl in that cupboard to do the pointing now. And the floor's still progressing slowly but definitely progressing. I think it's going to look really smart when it's done. You can kind of see semblance of a pattern that we attempted emerging now. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get our sunshine back and I can get this little bit here finished. Yeah, that'll be kind of all this done. It's just the bricks that need pointing, I think. Might do something inside this cupboard as well yet. But very soon we should be able to get this chair put back over there, which will make life a bit easier for us as well. But in the meantime, yeah, we'll just do a bit of a sun dance and hope we're going to get some better weather and get this done. So sunshine has been mainly restored. Going to get those tiles cut and fitted. As these tiles are marble, I'm going to try the 5-inch grinder to cut them. They're a bit thinner than the bricks, and we've got these graph discs which have been absolutely fantastic in the big grinder, so I'm going to try them in the smaller grinder and get into the packet. They're very well packaged. Right, still on the knife. Oh no, I'm in. Super, yeah, been absolutely fantastic. Get this metal cutting one out of here. Perfect. Right, let's do it. Crikey, I've forgotten what serious cutting these take. I've actually reverted back to the big grinder because the little one isn't fast enough or probably heavy enough to do the job. But it did put me a nice guideline down that I could follow. So I'm going to get them all cut first. I've got quite a few to cut, and then we'll see if we can get them stuck in place. So I'll just carry on. There we have the last two pieces. Bit more technical and angled because of the dish. I'm not cutting them in a rounded shape, so I've just angled them down, and as we did in the log store, we'll fill in the edges with small pretty stones. So I'm going to drop these in and we'll see about getting them fitted. So there we go, they're all cut. I've just got a little bit of a lump in this corner I need to just chip out. Typically across it, make sure that's it. Right, can get them down now if I can get up. The ones in the log store are actually drying off really nicely. That's looking good. So yeah, nothing left to be done but get these stuck down.
As for me, more of the same. Another day, another row.
Okay, so next mix. Luckily I put this one down the other day and it's now good enough to stand on. So I'm going to get these back ones down first. I'm going to try anyway. I'm trying to get these as level as I can so the stove doesn't rock. Don't know what I'm going to be able to do, but we'll try. So there we go, it's done, it looks great. We will do, as always, we thought we'd get this finished for this video, but we're not gonna, because I still need to put stones all around the outside. Obviously I don't want to be getting in there and standing on these until they've set. So I'm doing well there. You must be at halfway now, I reckon. Yeah, it's like...
wait, you're sitting on that bit.
Halfway, mate, halfway-ish. So super, so nothing more we can do at this moment in time. Well, apart from carry on with this.
Yes.
But it's time for, we've had enough for today, I think. So we're going to call it a video there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please give us a like. If you've made it this far, please consider subscribing to the channel. It doesn't cost anything, helps us out. If you check the little bell, YouTube will notify you every time we upload a video, which is currently Thursdays and Sundays. Thanks of course to all our Patreons, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you next time.